Hey guys, it's Rahana100 and this is a demo gameplay of Kingdom of Amalur Reckoning. So not going to talk much in the first minutes so you can enjoy the cinematic.
From the beginning, we were wrong, and only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and immutable Fae folk. But Gadflow, the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen. Terrible and deadly. Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathen. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalur. Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious. But the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death. Each Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
What do you think this one is then? Alpha? Goran? Could even be a Jotun? Always a surprise, eh, Goran?
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
Yeah, so that was the intro cinematic and it was kinda good, I think. I still don't like the art style though. And I don't know why I hate it. Maybe I played too much WoW. Yeah, so what you're going to see is going to be my first impression of the game, demo, of course. So what you see is the customization options for choosing your character. So we have 4 classes to choose from. No, I mean 4 races. Sorry. So the first one is Almain. The Almain are a warlike and religious nation of a storied origin. Wow, that was deep. Many Almain come to the Fairlands seeking freedom while honoring the traditions of their homeland. Nice. And then we have the Varanir. So, the Varani. Hardened by the high seas. The Varani are just as frequently pirates and mercenaries as they are screwed mercenaries. They favor sword and daggers as seaworthy weapons. Ooh, pirates. So then we have the Lushafar. The Lushafar are a proud and ancient people from the frozen lands of the north. Lushafar judge themselves fit to divine rights from wrong under wind, sun and sky, and meet an even-handed justice. So the last one are Dolkulfar. Dolkulfar are renewed as sophisticated students of magic and diplomacy. While they do not shy from conflicts, they prefer to resolve disputes subtly and with grace or efficiently in silence. Yes, I know my English suck, but seriously, why do all words have to be hard to pronounce? God damn it, I hate English. Okay, keep going.
close or far. A long way from Icebrine too. Still, he's in better shape than most we've seen. Make sure it goes into the report. You know he'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name him, I think we're done.
Better luck next time.
Yeah, so that was the opening cinematics, or the first story cinematics, and I thought it was really good. Something I may point out is that at this point I did not have any clue about what the story was about, because I did actually not follow it the first time around. So if you didn't get it, just get back, follow the story, because it is really important for the later parts. But as I am now, I am a really cool character. Yeah, that's what I know. So I did notice some of this game. The combat system, which I'm going to later, it's great. The character movements are awesome, because if you press the spacebar you can actually do a barrel roll, which I think is actually really cool. Also the graphics looks okay, not as impressive at the first part though, but it gets better. Also the movement gives you a better part of exploration, because you actually want to explore things, but there are not much to explore in the start part. It's very linear. But I'm not going to criticize it because of that. So I'm just going. You can see I'm just scrolling through the inventory just to show you guys how it works. It's fairly simple. Just read the guidelines and it should be okay. The skills looks very much like any other RPG, but then I mean fancy RPGs like WoW, and mostly more like an MMO actually, but still. So it's fairly simple. You can see your skills and how your combos work, which seems like there is a lot of combos, but I haven't unlocked them yet. This is still a demo though. And you can check your inventory, your main hand weapon, your secondary weapon. You can also check out armor and quests and graphics and all that kind of stuff, so it's pretty great. Also, you can pick up items or interact with them if you're pressing the F button, like I did with that piece of paper or that letter. Just checking out the map a little. Oh, I wanna check what happened if I pull this. Oh shit. Yeah, that was not supposed to happen, so sorry, that burnt corpse, sorry. There I just picked up a sword, so let's look at the combos. Yeah, that was pretty neat. I like it. Really fast. You have to excuse me doing that, but I did have some problems with the sound on the demo, so I just had to fix it.
Scatter, children of dust! Before the might of the Tuatha!
Well, that's cool and all that, but who's Tuatha? Like, is that a race or a faction or what? So, let's look at the combat for a second. Pretty easy, just spam the attack buttons or try to use a combo or two, and you can take those right easily. Yeah, and I'm not going to play through the whole demo because I did have some problems with the demo actually at the end. So I decided to cut it out in about 40 minutes into it, so I'm going to give you about 3 parts or something like that, maybe 4. I have to see first, but I'm not going to play through the demo again because the game is good and it has a good feeling to it, but it's not so fun playing through the same thing twice with such a short time period. Thankfully the controls are really good. It feels good when you're fighting. You can fight without any problem or any distractions. You can jump from those ledges as you did see and just jump into the combat, so that's pretty cool. And I'm also going to show you some magic later, but since this is a demo I have to learn it first, so
It worked! By the dome, it worked! You're alive! No, clearly not. We must get you to Professor Hughes right away. Professor Formerus Hughes. The Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming in through the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, let's get going! He'll be in his study on the ground floor of the tower. At least, I hope he's there. Let me get this door.
the looting system is actually pretty basic, just like you'll find in almost every other RPG or MMO. For example, you can just go to a chest, pick up stuff inside the chest, you can loot corpses, get items, weapons, armor, shields, relics, and so on. So that's pretty cool. And it seems like there's a lot of customization to this game. A lot of armor slots. So my main reason for playing this demo was because of Mass Effect 3. That sounds really weird, but there's a thing. If you play the Kingdom of Amalur Reckoning demo, if you start the demo, you will get 2 items to use in the game itself. And you will also get a suit for playing in Mass Effect 3. And if you finish the demo and wait 45 minutes or so, you will get a weapon for Mass Effect 3. So that's pretty cool that it did that. And also, if you play the Mass Effect 3 demo, the same rules apply there. I think you get a couple of knives for using Kingdom if you play Mass Effect 3 demo. I'm not sure though. So I recommend trying out the demo because the demo is actually good. It's not the best game I ever played, but certainly it has its moments. The combat is fluid, the movement are good, the graphics are okay, the voice acting is for the most part good, and yeah, the quest system is... I haven't really figuring that out yet, but I'm going to the next part. And the magic, which I'm going to show you in the next part, is also really good. It's actually really fun to just play magic caster. And I love this green room. Yes, this green room is perfect. It's... what you can say, you get this feeling that you are in hell or something like that, but it's a good feeling. I don't know why. Maybe I'm turning evil or something. Again. I'm going to try not to talk in the cinematics or in any part of the game where I'm speaking to someone, because I really want you to feel the dialogue. It's actually kind of neat, so that's going to be my focus on this one. It's a little bit hard. And you can also see I failed, or I thought I was failing on equipping the shield, but I did not notice it, but the shift button is actually the block button, and that's where you're using your shield. Also, you can use 2 weapons at the same time, a main weapon and a secondary weapon. For example, you can use a sword as main weapon and a staff for secondary weapon. So that's it for part 1. Going to upload part 2 soon, so see you there guys. Thanks for supporting and please subscribe to my channel.